Good afternoon, dear student friends. Welcome to online class. Yesterday, means in the last class, we already discussed about the cell division. In that, the first one, cell division, that is mitosis, and second one is meiosis. Mitosis is nothing but a indirect cell division in which a parental cell or diploid cell undergo to divide, it produces the two daughter cells. Those two daughter cells are identical to their parent cell. In the sense, both qualitatively and quantitatively, cells are identical to the parent cell. That mitosis, which is consist of, there are the two main processes. One is karyokinesis and of course cytokinesis. Again, karyokinesis is nothing but a equal divisioning of cytoplasm, which leads by means of, there are the four different kinds of phases we are supposed to study in the karyokinesis. One is prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. And lastly, the cell equally it undergoes to divide by means of another process, what is called as a cytokinesis, that is equal divisioning of a cytoplasm. Means equal divisioning of nucleus and equal divisioning of cytoplasm, these two processes which are takes place during the time of cell division of mitosis. Right? So today we are going to discuss about the another type of cell division, that is meiosis. Of course, we know mitosis, which takes place in somatic cells, which are helpful for the increasing the growth of the organism. Once the growth happens in the organisms, when organisms are undergo maturation, during that time there are the development of reproductive organs. In the reproductive organs, there is a cell divisioning takes place by the production of haploid cells. Those are called as gametes, produced in the reproductive part of the organisms by means of another kind of cell division, what is called as meiosis. See, in the present slide, you can see there are the different kinds of slides. That is the picture which is consist of different slides as such. Means there are the several pictures. After completion of meiosis, after completion of meiosis, the resultant cells which are formed by the cell which is undergo to meiosis, there are the four daughter cells. Lastly, you can see in the corner of that slide, there are the four daughter cells are formed. By means of one diploid cell is undergo to divide, it produces the four haploid cells. Hence, meiosis is oftenly called as a reductional cell division. Mitosis is called as an indirect cell division, but meiosis is called as a reductional cell division. Let us study brief about the meiosis. See, meiosis is more complex process than mitosis. Of course, it is a complex process. It is not an easy one, and it is a complex process as compared to the mitosis. Meiosis is a cell division in which four haploid cells are formed from a single diploid cell. From a single diploid cell, there are the production of four haploid cells by means of a cell division, what is called as a meiosis. It is usually occurs, where it occurs? Usually occurs in reproductive organs or gonads of the organisms. Meiosis is also known as a reductional cell division. I already told you it is called as a reductional cell division because daughter cells produced contain half the number of chromosomes than that of their parent cell. As compared to the parent cell, if in case the parent cell is consist of 14 number of chromosomes, means the daughter cells are consist of only 7 number of chromosomes. As like in human body, we are having 46 number of chromosomes, But where the cell division of meiosis takes place, the resultant 4 daughter cells are consist of only 23 number of chromosomes. Means half number of the chromosomes than their parent cell. Meiosis is divided into two major stages. One is meiosis 1 and another one is the meiosis 2. As mitosis, interphase proceeds, meiosis and meiosis 1 is consist of prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1. As like meiosis 2 is consist of the prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. In some cells, interphase 2 occurs between meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, but no DNA replication. I will tell you later on. See what is meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. See, meiosis 1, why meiosis takes place in two way, means in meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, because the meiotic cell division is a kind of cell division. It undergo two times undergo to divisioning of cells. Cell is undergo to two times cell division, two times nuclear cell division, which is takes place in the meiotic cell division. Then let us study about the meiosis 1 here. It is the reduction division. The chromosome number is reduced to half the parent cell chromosome number. Half the parent cell chromosome number, they are reduced. Therefore, meiosis 1 is also known as reductional divisioning or reductional cell division. The mainly meiosis 1 is a reductional cell division. As a result, two haploid cells are formed from one diploid cell. From one diploid cell, in first meiosis, there are the production of two daughter cells. Both daughter cells are haploid. It comprises 4 phases. How many numbers of phases are there in the meiosis 1? Again, meiosis 1 is also consist of 4 phases. One is prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. Then prophase 1 here. See, prophase 1 is of very long duration. It has 5 substages, namely leptotin, zygotin, pachytin, diplotin and dikinesis. The fifth one is dikinesis. Let us study the first one is leptotin. Means prophase 1. We know about the prophase. In that prophase, chromosomes are a thread-like arrangement. They are what is called as a nucleolus is a disappearance, and nuclear membrane is a gradually disappearance. The centrioles are undergo to divide. The centrioles which are pierce the spindle fibers. These all events are happens during the time of prophase. But here in meiosis 1, mainly in prophase 1, there are the substages, like one is a leptotin. What are the events takes place during the time of leptotin? See, the chromatin condenses into long, thin, thread-like chromosomes. Here you can see in the picture leptotin, they are the thread-like arrangement of chromosomes are there. The bead-like thickening called chromomeres are found all along the length of the chromosomes. See here, there are the beaded appearance, a small bit like or bead-like, the appearance which are occurs in the long, thin length of the along the length of the chromosomes. The number, size and position of chromosomes is constant here. The number, size of the chromosome and position of the chromomeres is constant here. The chromosomes are arranged parallel and well separated here. Chromosomes are parallelly they are arranged, but they are well separated here. They are not attached to one another, they are get separated here. At the end of leptotin, the homologous paternal and maternal chromosomes come close together at a point. This is very important thing. During the time of end of this leptotin, at that time there are two pairs of chromosomes. Two chromosomes are undergo to pairing here. So that pairing which is occurs at the end of, I am telling here, at the end of leptotin stage. So those pair of chromosomes which are, one is originated from the paternal, means maleness, and another is originated from the maternal, that is a femaleness. Those are called as a homologous chromosomes. This condition is known as a bucket stage. It is not a bucket, it is a buckwheat stage. It is. What is buckwheat stage? If in case they ask for two more question, the chromosomes are arranged parallel and they are well separated at the end of the leptotin. The homologous paternal and maternal chromosomes are come and close together at a point. This condition is called as a buckwheat stage. These events which are takes place during the time of a leptotin stage. Coming to second one, that is zygote. See, the chromosomes each derived from one parental gamete nuclei, that is homologous chromosome, come together and form pairs. I already told you that is the paternal and another one is the maternal. This process of pairing is called as a synapsis. The pairing of homologous chromosomes is called as a synapsis. And the resulting structure which is formed, that is called as a synaptic complex. Very important point here. What is the synapsis? Synapsis, it refers to pairing of homologous chromosomes and the resulting structure which is formed, what is called as a synaptic complex. The process pairing start one or many points and extends in zipper like manner across the whole length of the homologous chromosome. The zipper like manner which is occurred at the across whole length of the homologous chromosomes, which is starts from the pairing of homologous chromosome. The synapses either procentric or proterminal or it is a localized or a random. What it refers to? See, the homologous chromosomes are pairing. The process is called as a synapsis. The synapsis either it may be procentric, means starting at the centromere. Through centromere only they are undergo to pairing. Or proterminal, starting at the end, from the end of the chromatids they are started. Or localized random, starting at various point. So if in case they are initiate the synapsis by means of centromere is called as a procentric. If in case they are at the terminal, means at the end of the chromosome, they are called as a proterminal. If in case in anywhere or in any point, in various point, what is called as a localized or either it is also called as a random. These events which are takes place during the time of zygote. In zygote, it refers to what? Zygote means pairing here, pairing of homologous chromosomes. And third one, that is Pachitin. Most important stage it is in the prophase one, and even though for the evolution of new organisms, and it is the basic unit for the evolution process and development of new variety or new species of the organisms through only the stage which is takes place during the time of meiosis 1, mainly in prophase 1 as such. Then let us study the paired chromosomes are now called bivalents. Where the chromosomes are pairing, the condition is called as a synapsis. Those paired chromosomes are said to be bivalents. They become shorter and thicker. Each of the homologous chromosomes in meiotic prophase 1 consists of two closely opposed sister chromatids. Of course, there are the two chromatids are present in each chromosome. Thus, each bivalent contains 4 chromatids. Of course, the pairing, it is nothing but what? There are the two chromosomes. Two chromosomes, whenever they are pairing, each chromosome is consist of 2 chromatids. Of course, it consists of the means each of the homologous chromosomes in meiotic prophase 1 consists of the 2 closely opposed sister chromatids. Thus, each bivalent contains 4 chromatids and is also called a tetrad. The condition is called as a tetrad. Tetrad, it refers to what? 2 chromosomes of 2 chromatids each are 4 total chromatids. At this stage, large recombination nodules appear at intervals on the synaptonemal complex. Where the synaptonemal complex is there, no, there must be a recombination nodules appears during this stage, and these recombination nodules are believed to mediate for chromosomal recombination, that is crossing over. To non-sister chromatids, non-sister chromatids, sister, it refers to chromatids of different chromosomes of a homologous pair. It is nothing but a paternal which is crossing over maternal, or maternal is crossing over the paternal. These are nothing but what? They are called as a non-sister chromatids. Right? Homologous pairs of each tetrad get coiled around each other and exchange the segments whenever they are crossing, they are exchange the materials here, exchanging materials from the paternal to maternal and maternal to paternal, like that. Each tetrad get coiled around each other and exchange segments. For this, transverse breaks occur at the same level of non-sister chromatids exchanged their parts mutually at 1, 2 or many points. Between non-sister, such points where the chromatids are physically contact each other are called as a chiasmata. The point where the paternal and maternal chromosomes of the homologous pairs are undergo crossing over, the point where they are exchange their materials, exchange their segment, that point is called as what? Chiasmata. This is very important for you people, that is a chiasmata. During the formation of chiasmata, the chromatids first break due to action of enzyme. They are undergo to break due to the action of enzyme. That enzyme name is called as a endonuclease enzyme. So once they are attached, they are crossing over. During that time, there is a breaking of this segment, with the help of the enzyme, what is called as a endonuclease enzyme. The broken segment, when this segment is broken, the broken segment mutually exchange with each other and get united by the action of another enzyme. They are get separated, and after that they are unite with another segment of the other chromosome. There is an exchange of materials takes place. So that segment mutually exchange with each other and get united by the action of enzyme, what is called as a ligase enzyme. Right? The formation of chiasmata leads to the exchange of genetic material and results in the recombination of characters. This process is known as a crossing over. What we learned in the Pagetin stage? In Pagetin stage, the paired homologous chromosomes, which are consist of the chromatids, they are mainly chromosomes are bivalent here, and chromatids are tetrad in condition, means tetravalent in condition. So those tetrad of chromatids which are overlapping to one another, or either it is also called as a crossing over to one another. During that time, there is a break of segment from each parental chromosomes, like from the maternal and also paternal. During that time, there is an enzymatic action takes place. That enzyme is called as a endonuclease. The endonuclease is helpful for the breakdown of a segment. But another enzyme is there, that is the ligase enzyme. They are joined the breakdown enzyme of different chromosomes, like maternal to paternal and paternal to maternal. There is an exchange takes place. See, in the corner, the first diagram and second diagram is also there. So that second diagram which shows the chromatids are in two different colors. So where the crossing over takes place, during that time there is an exchange of genetic material from paternal to maternal and maternal to paternal takes place. So those which are break with the help of endonuclease and they are joined together again, are united together with the help of another enzyme called as a ligase enzyme. This is all about the Pagetin stage. The next stage, that is the diplotin. The synaptonemal complex dissolves. It undergoes to dissolve along with the two homologous chromosomes of the bivalent to pull away from each other. Means the chiasmata is momenting here. The separation is however not completed, not it is completely separated, get separated, but until and unless there is a at the central region where they are attachment, where they are unite, no, at that region chiasmata is undergo to repulsion takes place. There is a movement of chiasmata. The separation is however attached at one or more points where crossing over has occurred. These points of attachment are called as a chiasmata, where the chiasmata are formed. The chromosomes decondense and engage in RNA synthesis. This is very important in diplotin stage. There is a synthesis of RNA takes place. Due to crossing over, genes from one chromosome, means parental chromosome, get exchanged to genes of other chromosomes, resulting in the formation of new gene combination. This is very important. So where they are having the paternal original combination and maternal original combinations, both they are exchanged with each other, mutually they are exchanged, there is a origination of a new combination, what is called as a recombination it is. This process is extremely important for creating genetic diversity. There is a creation of a genetic diversity. The next one is dikinesis. Dikinesis is marked by terminalization of a chiasmata. I am telling here, the chiasmata is not completely, it is a terminalized, or it is not completely pull away from each other. But in the same way, in a dikinesis is marked by terminalization, means at the end of the chromosome they are a momenting of a chiasmata or a displacement of a chiasmata. The chiasmata begins to move towards the chromosome ends and RNA synthesis stops at the time of dikinesis. Then next one is chromosomes are undergo to condense here. Condense, they becomes very thickened and get detached from the nuclear envelope. Because of nuclear envelope is also undergo to dissolve here. Nucleolus associates and the nuclear envelope dissolves. Some spindle fibers are forming and some are attaching to the centromere of the chromosomes. The fibers extend from each pole of the cell. These events takes place during the time of dikinesis. Means once the cell which is completion of this prophase 1, it is ready to next stage, that is the metaphase 1. Now we complete only prophase 1. In meiosis 1, prophase 1 is completed. The prophase 1 is consist of, there are the 5 different substages. Like one is a prophase 1, prophase 1, in that there are the 5 substages like leptotin, zygotin, pachytin, diplotin and dikinesis. So what are the events takes place during this time? The last process, that is the dikinesis. During that time, the complete cell which is nuclear membrane is completely disappearance, and after that that nucleolus and even the chromosomes becomes highly condensed, they form the rod shaped chromosomes, and of course the spindle fibers are evolved or formed here and they are attached to the centromere and they are moving towards the opposite pole of the cell during the time of dikinesis. So this complete prophase 1 here. The remaining thing we will discuss tomorrow class.